All right, welcome everybody to How To Tuesday. We do this every Tuesday, typically on Wednesday, not Wednesday this week, FYI. We do this every Tuesday, most of the time on Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern time. So something to note, we will not be here tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time, okay? Got it? Get it? Get your questions out now. I don't know. That's it. By the way, today will be a bit short too. We only have about 30 minutes. So I'm going to get like right to it. Okay. I know everybody's like, what the heck is going on? Questions need to be asked. No. So tell you a bit about what's happening, what's going on Thursday. We're going to give this Thursday coming up, we're going to give some GoPro Now updates. If you have not signed up for GoPro Now, I think there's about 100 or so spots left. You can go to gopro.now.site to sign up. That'll lock in your $19 for GoPro Now. We'll have some GoPro Now updates on Thursday at 12 noon Eastern time. It'll be right here live. We're going to talk about access to things that are coming out, all kinds of good stuff. Maybe do like another demo, and you can invite your guests if you'd like. Okay? Got it? Get it? Good. Okay, 30 minutes. So if we have questions, now is the time, and we will not have How To Wednesday this week, but there will be one on Thursday. Got it? Get it? Who's got a question? Anyone? So how this works is like you just ask whatever question that you'd like, whenever you'd like. You can shout it out. You can raise a hand. We can hang out. It's completely up to you. No questions, we'll just end it here then.
No, because then I won't hear your voice for the next 30 minutes.
Oh no. Well, that's the only way to hear it. You just gotta ask a question.
I'm still working on the answers to the question you gave me last.
I have a question.
Who is Anne?
Anne.
Yeah.
Can I, if I have a post with a picture,
Yep.
can I get my AI link so that when people click on the picture, they get my link?
Can you say it again?
So I want to put a post and put a picture, and I want when the people click on the picture, they would go to my AI link to sign up.
Okay.
Is that possible?
I mean, clickable images.
Without putting, like, I don't want to put the link in the post.
Yeah.
I want to just, have a blah, 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 and click on the picture. And then once they click on the picture, they get to my link to sign up.
So when you create, it's not a picture. Basically, the picture has to be turned into a website. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And the website has an image that's like called your metadata or whatever.
Right.
When you click it, you ever notice that like an image comes up, or when you go to post it, an image will like automatically appear, like a Zoom link or whatever, it will like automatically appear inside of the post. And then you kind of go back and you delete the link, and then people are able to click on it. It has the same kind of effect though. It's still as if you're posting the link inside of the post, whether it's like clickable image or whatever. It's always been just like kind of the social share image on a website itself. That's what people are clicking on. So you are, in essence, putting a website in the post.
I can do that on a landing page too.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So, but
Oh,
never gonna be, right? And it's never gonna be just Cheryl being like, yeah, that's That's the answer to your question. But in like reality, what we're trying to do is get people interested. They're going to click and then they're going to buy, right?
Yeah.
Does that work?
No, not all. No, not usually.
Right. Yeah. Like it'd be like 1 in a gazillion or something where somebody goes, that sounds good. I'll click on it. I have no idea. I'm going to go there and buy. But what does work? Curiosity,
Yeah, curiosity. Totally.
FOMO, right? Getting something extra for acting now, right? So like one of the best things that you could do is combine curiosity and FOMO inside of a post, right? So I'll use the Eric thing as an example. You can say something like, did you know that Eric Worre is creating a personalized training plan for me? I have just 2 spots open where he can create a personalized training plan for you for less than $2 a day. Or maybe $2 a day if you want to include everything, right? For $2 a day. But I can't offer this to everybody. I can only do it for the next 5 people. Tell me or send me a message and I'll like let you know how we can make this possible. Something like that.
Okay. Yeah, love it. Thank you. Beauty.
So we can think of that like in any way. There's 2 combinations, right? It's like FOMO and curiosity. Right? That's the way that we're going to get people interested in our stuff. It always I'm always befuddled. That's one of my favorite words, by the way. I think it sounds fancy, so I use it as much as I can. Anyway, I'm always befuddled at posts that people post that when I ask them, would you ever buy or have you ever bought from a post that looks similar to what you're posting? Their answer is no.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
And I'm not saying that like to pick on you. I'm saying that every single person here has probably done it. You've posted a post, you've created a post where you were like, this is the post people are buying from it, when you know darn well you would have never bought from the post that you've posted.
Yeah.
That's a lot of saying the
You
word
sign
post.
me up, Coco. Coco, can you sign me up?
Yep. Hey, there's fun fact, there's a guy named Joe, I'm not going to say his last name, but he has like the driest sense of humor, like very dry. I love dry humor. I think it's funny, but we have like kind of a joke back and forth. If I post or if he sees me post on someone else's post, right? Or if he posts, we always drop the word info underneath each other's comment or post or something, because people are like, drop info if you want the info. It's like, seriously, the odds of the average person drop, like, we follow the influencer who could drop info and get people asking without ever realizing that we have to be like completely honest with ourselves and go, if I drop info, is anybody gonna say info? Right? Something like that. So when you post, ask yourself, would I click on this post? Would I be intrigued by this post? Would I ask about this post? For me, I would really ask about the post. Would you like to learn how I'm having Eric Worre or whatever I said, I don't even know, create a personalized training plan for you for $2 a day? That's crazy, right? I can show you how. Okay. Cory was like, I'm just going to ask one question about a clickable image, and then wound up down like the craziest stream ever. But love you. Thank you. Okay. So I know a couple people came waltzing in. The how-to Tuesday is going to be about 30 minutes today. There will be no how-to Wednesday tomorrow. But we will have GoPro Now on Thursday. We'll kind of do an demo and give you guys some updates. So if you have, my point was, if you have questions, ask them now. Right, Karen? We're going down the rabbit hole. Poor Ann was like, I'm going to ask the most innocent question. And I was like, no, you're not. Anybody else? Question? Comment? Hit it. Jorge. I know, me too. I get it, Keisha. The abandoner. Hooray, hit it. There's my friend.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, honey. How are you?
Good. Question. If I'm holding a webinar weekly, what what is the best place to invite people to that webinar? And how frequently can I do that?
I'm holding a webinar weekly. Okay. I want to need more on the webinar, who we're inviting, what's happening.
Yeah, I'm inviting people to a webinar to grow my business.
Mhm.
But for example, I make I make a picture or something where I say that the economy is difficult, big inflation. You should you have a side business or something, and then invite to a webinar. So my question is, what are the best places to post that, and with which frequency if I'm holding a weekly webinar?
Okay. So posting that you have a webinar probably isn't going to get you very far.
Okay.
But you have to have the conversations with people who have similar interests to invite them to the webinar. So if I post, I'm going to use my friend Robert as an example. I'm going to post, got a webinar, blah, 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 good luck, right? When you have 10,000 or so customers and you post like we do, hey, we got an event, I'm going to create the event, people can come and I'm emailing the list about it, I'm telling you about it, I'm telling you, that's completely different from the one guy who's posting that they're having a webinar on some obscure kind of thing that they're having, right? But if I call Robert and I say, hey, Robert, look, I'm having a webinar about yada, yada, yada. I thought of you because yada, yada, yada. Would you be able to come to the webinar? Yes or no? Is way better than if I just post and hope that Robert sees it and hope that Robert comes. But if I make it personal and I tell Robert I would really love for him to be there and give him some reasons why I would love for him to be there, then the odds are he's going to come. Throughout the week, though, before, my job isn't to post to get people to come to the webinar. My job is to find people that I know that I would create the relationship with in order to invite them to the webinar. So I would continue to expand my network week after week and continue to invite people personally to the webinar. But posting that there is a webinar, here's the best piece of advice that I can give everybody here is, why do we do the things that we would never act on? It goes back to the posting. It makes me, I'm always befuddled. Used it again. Thank you. I don't know how that happens. We're like, I posted this post and no one showed up. And I'm like, well, would you have? I posted this post and no one bought. And I'm like, well, would you have? Like, I need you to think of all of the things that you've responded to and then do those things instead of like, I have no idea. It's like, we're not, are we running ads to these things? in order to help people get there. So I don't know, that was a really long tangent, but I can't tell you where to post so that people show up to your webinar, but I could tell you, you better start contacting people one by one to have them show up to your webinar, or invite people to show up to the webinar. Will get you far greater results than some flyer posted in a group.
Thank you, Cheryl.
So kind. I'm all going on, and he's so sweet. Thank you. You're welcome. Contact them. Pick up the phone. Call Robert, and he's more likely to come. Arbo, what's happening?
I just wanted to co-sign on what you just said with my personal experience that I do weekly training, and I've been doing it for 2 years now. And it takes time and momentum like a snowball. It has to grow. So the people that attend my weekly training is because I've developed relationships with them, that I meet them. I get in all of these networking things. I don't know how many of you are on Alignable, but Alignable has this thing called Smart Connects. And I do all these smart connects, and I meet people, and then I invite them. Then I say, I have a weekly training. If you'd like to come, here's the link. And you just build it that way. And the only posting that I do of my training is to just keep it out there to let people know that this is what I'm doing. But nobody has attended just from a post. The post is to let those that I've already built a relationship with know what the next topic is that I'm talking on. So I'm saying I've been at this for 2 years. I don't have hundreds, thousands, not even tens of, I'm glad if I get 10 people, that come on a consistent basis. Those that get, I've been on some calls where there's some people, and I'm not going to mention names. Some of you probably already know the person I'm talking about, that he has built such a big network that he could say, get on my call. I'm going to show my baby doing some flips, and he'll easily get 100 people, 100 people, 1,000 people on the call. Until you build a list like that of followers, of people that like you, trust you, know you, you can't just put out a post and think you're going to get random people.
And also good marketing. I mean, the person that you're talking about, probably Kawan, I would imagine, but
I didn't say any names.
I don't care. I'll just say it. I've known Kawan longer than Nowsite's been around.
Right.
Hey, Coco, maybe you can also iterate the importance that it's not about just the inviting, but everything has to be consistent from your profile, from your website, from your funnels. Everything has to be so consistent, because if you're all over the place, nobody's going to come either.
I mean, yeah, but then I got people worried about, do I have the right funnel? Do I have the right this? Do I have the right that? Do I have the right that? And I'm just like, please just go. But if I told you, like, it's the hook too. It's always in the hook, and people don't want to be controversial in the hook. You want to know what Kawan is? He don't care about being controversial in the hook. I'm going to show you how to make this at this time. This is what I do. Here's the money I've made. Don't come at me. I've already done it. He always has the proof. And everybody else is afraid. That's why we get along so well, right? I mean, he has zero marketing fear. He will say to you, I have made this much money. See it? And I'm not saying compliance would be all over it. He doesn't care. I have made this much. I will show you how to do this much. Let me point my finger at the thing. And all of you go, why can't I do the same thing? Because you're not pointing the finger at the thing going, this is what I've done. right? If I held a webinar tomorrow and said to you, I can show you how to generate 10,000 leads in 30 days. I know because I've done it. And I've helped people all around the world generate millions of leads. I don't think anybody there would have any question or doubt in their mind that I've done it. It's already been proven. So people would come. There is this like he has an incredible level of confidence. It's awesome. I love Kawan for that. It's my favorite thing about him, right? Some people think it's cocky. I don't care. And some people think it's confidence. He walks the line. Love it or hate it, I don't care. He walks the line. Okay? And he does it very, very well. Well, you ain't catching him sleeping. If you challenge him on any post, he's coming. He's coming for days. Non-politically correct either. He will get your attention and will keep it. He knows how to not just get it, but keep it. And we have to remember that. But we also have to know, ready for the reality check? We're not Kawan. Stop trying to do it like him. If you're writing the post with the thing and going, drop info, and no one's responding, and you're like, I'm doing the same thing he's doing. Right? Doesn't work. Come on. We have to know what does work, right? What works for us right at this moment until, like my friend Arba said, we got to build it. You got to build it. And it takes a long time. I mean, make no mistake, Kawan's been marketing for 10 years. Do you think that was his first day? He also has groups of people, a ton of assets, resources to, like, he's been building. He's incredible.
And you know you're good. You know you're good when I didn't even have to say the name and you already knew. That's when you know you're good.
Yeah. I know who it is. Right? I mean, I'll tell you a little fun fact really quickly, Karen, sorry. And then Karen's going to be our last question of the day, but I found this to be incredibly awesome. And what was really cool was Kawan being humble at this moment. Okay, it was really nice. It was one of my I really like the moment. Okay, but there is a woman in France who really, really wanted to win that ticket to GoPro, right? And she's known Kawan for years too. Like, if you're inside of this company for a significant amount of time, you've probably known who Kawan is. She's been around maybe 4 or 5 years. Anyway, she had this feeling that he was going to win, but she was going to go, and he doesn't know her, but she knows him. And I'm going to tell you the story. Kawan, forgive me, whatever. But she sends him a message in his inbox to do a little reconnaissance. And I thought it was cute. She's like, hey, Kawan, my name's this. How are you? And he's answering because he does. And she's like, how many people have you signed up so far? Are you looking to get the ticket? And he tells her. And she's like, oh, that's awesome. What's your secret? And he starts telling her how he's doing it. And she's like, okay, thank you. And so he reached out to me. He's like, I kind of found this funny with this lady, Julie, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you guys do you. Little did he know, she comes back and she's like after it, 36, thanks. I'm going to go get 5 more people to beat you. I'm going to go. So she's asking and asking and asking without ever knowing that she was only asking to beat him. And I thought that was so cute. But here's the thing, so did he. And he wasn't mad or upset, but his level of respect for this woman went through the roof. And he was like, you're awesome. I really love that. That was so cool. Like, I had no idea, and you're asking me for it, and you went for it. And granted, like, she lost, she couldn't keep up with him, and that's fine, but he knows who she is now. And she gained a level of respect from everybody, and she was trying her tail off, and she didn't lose. She won too in her own way, but it was really nice to see, or I thought it was really nice. And going to his character, to not be mad. He was not mad, because so many people would have been like, oh my gosh, can you believe she was asking me and then was beating me the next day and was right? 36. Oh my gosh, I need 12 more sales. What? Right? But no, it was, I loved that. And he was sending me screenshots, and it was the cutest and coolest thing ever. And he was so encouraging. He was very, very encouraging. And that says a lot about who he is. Anyway, I love that story. I couldn't tell it publicly because it's not my like thing to tell, but I gave her an honorable mention because of the back and forth that they had going on in this cute relationship that kind of developed between the two, and it was really nice. Karen, yes, love. Hi.
You could go on, Cheryl, and it wouldn't bother me at all. All those golden nuggets. Two things.
Yeah.
Number one, I cannot believe how much everybody in this group to this day, and I've been around for a long time, is willing just to give of their knowledge. I'm still so taken back by that. I can't even, it's hard for me to explain. And the other thing that just happened is this call today, and I jumped on like, oh my God, it's after 9. I need to go. Well, my time zone anyway. How you fill the void for me today, because I come from such old school. I'm used to calling people and they pick up the phone and they take your call without question. And nowadays it's kind of like, nah, send me a text. And I have struggled with this texting thing. It's made no sense to me at all until today. It's like building a foundation. You don't just, what you said something about put an invite out there. I don't answer invites unless I know the people, so that really helped. And there was one thing else I had on my mind. Cheryl, you've often said, and it's taken me the last 2 years, don't worry about it if they don't contact you. Like I've always worried about, do I have my link there? Is it coming to me, or are they going to go to somebody else? And you said, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. And it took till today for that to make sense. So thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you. I love
and
you.
Thank you to the person who said at the very beginning, I have an easy question or a simple question, because I did that to you once, and I think you talked for 25 minutes on that one question.
I love
that rabbit hole.
question.
Thank you. Whoever that was, thank you.
It was Anne. Anne had a simple question.
Thank you, Anne.
Yeah. Look, before I run today, a few reminders, right? We have No How To Wednesday tomorrow. This one's cut short. We're going to do GoPro Now on Thursday, kind of like some updates, all kinds of things that are happening around like GoPro Now, and I guess when we're getting access to stuff in that arena. So you don't want to miss it. It's Thursday, 12 noon. Right here. I love you guys. It's I know that you're like, there's no How To Wednesday tomorrow. Where's she gonna be? It's my favorite thing, chatting with you guys and seeing you build your business and hearing the stories of people and everybody kind of loving one another. Communities are incredible. So look, make a friend, not because you're like, oh my gosh, they're in my sideline, my downline, my side, well, whatever. Oh my gosh. I really being a friend is so much more valuable than you can imagine. So do that today. Reach out to somebody, and not to sell them, but to be their friend. And if you just so happen to reach out to Robert Plakester, bother him. I love doing that. It's one of my favorite things. All right, guys. I'll talk to you all later. Bye. Love you.
Thank you.
Bye.